They say we know more about the surface of the Moon and Mars than our own oceans. And honestly, they're not wrong. The ocean covers over 70% of Earth's surface, yet a staggering 95% of it remains unexplored. That means we're practically blind to what's lurking in the depths. And what we have found? Well, some of it defies logic, science, and maybe even reality itself. From an entire museum submerged in the ocean to a golden orb with no known origin, here are 15 things we've discovered in the deep ocean that shouldn't exist. And trust us, once you see what's hiding beneath those waves, you'll never look at the ocean the same way again. Let's start off with number 15, train wreck under the sea. Shipwrecks are expected in the ocean, but steam locomotives? Well, that's a mystery. Off the coast of New Jersey, lying 90 feet below the surface, the remaining two fully intact Planet-class 222 steam locomotives from the 1850s, despite no official records of them ever being lost. Discovered in 1985, these 15-ton trains have baffled historians. They were never registered as built, sold, or missing. So how did they end up at the bottom of the Atlantic? The leading theory suggests they were being transported by barge from Boston, only to be swept overboard by a powerful storm before reaching their destination. Yet without documentation, their true story remains buried beneath the waves. For now, the locomotives sit untouched, slowly corroding in their silent underwater graveyard. There has been talk of raising and restoring them, but until that day comes, they remain an eerie, ghostly relic of the industrial age, frozen in time. Number 14, the giant mysterious eyeball. Well, this discovery is pretty terrifying. In 2012, a beachgoer in Pompano Beach, Florida made a chilling discovery. A massive grapefruit-sized eyeball washed up on shore, staring lifelessly into the sky. Scientists quickly ruled out sea monsters, unfortunately, and determined the eye belonged to a massive swordfish. But here's where things get strange. The eyeball looked like it had been cleanly removed with a knife rather than lost in a natural accident. Now, theories of fishermen discarding unwanted parts seemed likely, but it didn't stop speculation that something far more mysterious was going on. Fast forward a decade later, and another giant eyeball was found, this time in Australia's Great Barrier Reef. DNA testing is still ongoing, but scientists remain baffled. Are these just rare cases of discarded fish parts? Or is there something in the ocean that we still haven't discovered? Something watching us from the depths? Well, who knows? Number 13, the golden orb. In the fall of 2023, during the Seascape Alaska 5 expedition, NOAA scientists came across something straight out of a sci-fi film, a smooth, gold-colored orb resting on the ocean floor 2 miles beneath the Pacific. Measuring about 4 inches in diameter, the soft, leathery object was found attached to a rock, deep in the abyss where sunlight never reaches. Scientists used a remotely operated vehicle to extract the orb for further study, but no one could explain what it was. The best guesses? An egg case, a type of coral, or even a deep-sea sponge. But one detail raised eyebrows: a tiny hole in the orb, as if something had emerged, or escaped, from inside. For now, the orb remains a biological mystery, leaving scientists to wonder if it's a new species, an ancient deep-sea relic, or something that defies everything we thought we knew about ocean life. Number 12, the blob. A massive, unexplained heat wave appeared in the Northeast Pacific in late 2013, stretching from Alaska to California. Nicknamed the Blob, this oval-shaped patch of abnormally warm water lasted over 700 days, becoming the longest marine heat wave in recorded history. The impact was devastating. 1.2 million seabirds died, fish populations collapsed, and entire marine ecosystems were thrown into chaos. Humpback whales disappeared, and Pacific cod numbers plummeted. Scientists blame a mix of climate change, high-pressure systems, and oceanic shifts, but the true cause of the blob remains unknown. What's worse, it came back. Similar heat anomalies have been detected in recent years, raising concerns that these marine heat waves could become the new normal. The blob may not be a creature of the deep, but its destructive force rivals any monster, proving that sometimes the scariest things in the ocean aren't what's lurking below, but what's happening above. The world we live in is in danger. Number 11. The underwater river. Beneath the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, a river flows through the depths of Cenote Angelita, but it's not made of water. Basically, it shouldn't exist, but it does, and it's real. This underwater river is actually a thick layer of hydrogen sulfide formed by the natural separation of fresh and salt water, creating an eerie, fog-like current beneath the surface. At around 100 feet down, divers experience a surreal sight. The fresh water ends, and a dense, toxic cloud of hydrogen sulfide takes over, mimicking the flow of a real river. Fallen trees, branches, and debris rest on the riverbanks, giving the illusion of a ghostly landscape frozen in time. The cenote itself is an ancient Mayan sacrificial site, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. Some believe the Maya saw these sinkholes as portals to the underworld. And standing in the middle of this phantom river, surrounded by mist and shadows, it's easy to see why. If you spot one, just stay away from it. Number 10. A village from the Stone Age. Beneath the Mediterranean Sea, off the coast of Atlit, Israel lies something straight out of a lost civilization myth. A 9,000-year-old Neolithic village, perfectly preserved under 40 feet of water. Known as Atlit Yam, this Stone Age settlement is one of the oldest submerged villages ever found. Archaeologists believe the village was abandoned in a hurry, possibly due to a tsunami triggered by a volcanic eruption. The most haunting discovery? The skeletons of entire families are found in burial sites, some still holding hands. Near their homes, piles of fish and grain were left untouched, as if the villagers had no time to escape. Adding to the mystery, a 7,000-year-old stone circle, thought to have ritualistic significance, stands intact on the ocean floor. Atlit Yam is more than just an ancient village. It's a time capsule frozen beneath the waves, offering a chilling glimpse into a civilization swallowed by the sea. But the truth about it, no one knows. Number 9. The 60,000-ton mystery beneath the Sea of Galilee. Beneath the Sea of Galilee, resting under 30 feet of water, lies a mystifying structure that shouldn't exist. A massive cone-shaped mound of basalt boulders, weighing an astonishing 60,000 tons. Discovered in 2003, this ancient formation is estimated to be at least 12,000 years old, making it older than the Egyptian pyramids. Scientists are convinced it's man-made, built by a civilization sophisticated enough to transport and arrange huge stones into a perfectly circular formation. But why? Well, theories range from it being an ancient burial site to a ceremonial monument, while others suggest it was once part of a settlement that later sank beneath the lake. Some even speculate it could hold biblical significance, given the region's rich religious history. Yet, despite all the speculation, no one knows the real purpose of this ancient structure. For now, it remains one of archaeology's greatest unsolved mysteries, resting silently beneath the waves. Number 8. A second Stonehenge beneath Lake Michigan. In 2007, while searching for shipwrecks in Lake Michigan, researchers stumbled upon something completely unexpected. A series of large, precisely arranged stones, resting 40 feet below the surface in Grand Traverse Bay. Even stranger, one boulder contained prehistoric carvings, including what some believe is the depiction of a mastodon, an animal that went extinct 10,000 years ago. If confirmed, this would mean the site predates Stonehenge itself, and could be evidence of an ancient civilization that once lived along the Great Lakes before being swallowed by rising waters. Scientists remain skeptical, as Lake Michigan's shifting currents could have naturally moved the stones. But if this underwater Stonehenge is man-made, it could rewrite North American history. Could it be the remnants of a forgotten Ice Age society? Or just a strange coincidence of nature? Until further exploration is done, the mystery remains unsolved. Number 7. The Lost City of Dwarka. The ocean has a way of erasing history, but Dwarka might be one of its most extraordinary buried secrets. According to Hindu mythology, this was Lord Krishna's legendary kingdom, a city of gold that mysteriously sank beneath the Arabian Sea. For centuries, scholars dismissed it as a myth, until divers discovered something that changed everything. Beneath the waves, stone structures, walls, and pottery fragments rest eerily intact, suggesting the existence of an ancient civilization lost to time. Some artifacts have been carbon dated to nearly 9,000 years ago, challenging the timeline of early urban development. In 2024, AI-driven sonar scans revealed even deeper ruins, raising the question, was Dwarka a real city, or just part of something much older? Until more is uncovered, Dwarka remains one of the greatest underwater mysteries, proof that our understanding of history might only be scratching the surface, literally. Number 6. Jemchug Canyon. Some places in the ocean defy logic, and Jemchug Canyon is one of them. Located in the Bering Sea, this 8,530-foot deep trench is so massive that it dwarfs the Grand Canyon, yet almost no one has reached its bottom. In 2024, a deep-sea probe captured eerie footage that left scientists speechless. Strange glowing organisms, massive tentacle-like creatures, and unidentified bioluminescent life drifted through the canyon's pitch-black void. Some of these creatures don't match any known species, leading researchers to believe Jemchug hosts an ecosystem unlike anything else on Earth. Every expedition into this deep-sea abyss raises more questions than answers. What thrives in the darkness, beyond the reach of human eyes? Number 5. Cancun Underwater Museum. Most museums showcase history, but Cancun's Underwater Museum is making its own. Located between Cancun and Isla Mujeres, this submerged gallery of 500 life-sized statues isn't just art. It's an artificial reef designed to restore the fragile Caribbean ecosystem. The project, led by Jaime Gonzalez Canto and sculptor Jason DeCairis Taylor, transformed the ocean floor into a living museum where sculptures slowly become part of the environment. Coral, algae, and marine life have overtaken the structures, turning once lifeless seabeds into flourishing underwater habitats. With nearly 750,000 visitors a year, Musa has become the largest underwater museum in the world, proving that conservation and creativity can coexist. Whether you're a diver exploring its eerie depths or observing from a glass-bottom boat, it's a breathtaking reminder that art doesn't have to be confined to walls, it can thrive at the bottom of the sea. Number 4. Underwater waterfalls. The world's largest waterfall isn't Niagara or Angel Falls. It's the Denmark Strait Cataract, a colossal underwater waterfall plunging 11,500 feet between Greenland and Iceland. That's 10 times deeper than Niagara, and yet you'll never see it. This invisible force of nature is caused by cold, dense Arctic water colliding with warmer water from the Atlantic, creating a powerful underwater current that moves 175 million cubic feet of water per second, enough to refill Lake Erie every day. Since it lies deep beneath the ocean's surface, it's impossible to witness firsthand. However, if you still want a visual, Mauritius offers the next best thing, a stunning optical illusion near Le Morne, where shifting sandbanks mimic the sight of an underwater cascade. Whether real or illusion, the concept of an ocean swallowing itself remains one of Earth's most fascinating natural spectacles. Number 3. A bag of human hands. A severed hand washing up on shore is disturbing enough. Now imagine finding 27 pairs of them. That's exactly what happened in 2018 when a bag full of detached human hands was discovered on an island in Siberia. Naturally, conspiracy theories exploded. Was it a serial killer's dumping ground? A grim mafia warning? Black market organ harvesting? The truth, while still unsettling, was far less sinister. Russian authorities claimed the hands came from a medical lab where they had been improperly disposed of after autopsies and forensic testing. Though the explanation made sense, not everyone was convinced. The sheer number of hands, their placement, and why they were left in such a manner raised more questions than answers. Whatever the case, Siberia's frozen shoreline now holds one of the most chilling beachcombing discoveries of all time. Number 2. Bimini Road. A seemingly innocent rock formation off the coast of Bimini, Bahamas, has fueled one of the greatest underwater mysteries of all time. At first glance, it looks like just a series of large stones. But here's the twist. They form a near-perfect linear path as if once part of an ancient submerged road. Discovered in 1968, Bimini Road has sparked endless debate. Some geologists insist it's a natural formation, shaped by ocean currents over thousands of years. But others argue its precise alignment and uniformity suggest it was man-made, possibly a remnant of an ancient lost civilization. The most famous theory? That Bimini Road is linked to Atlantis, the fabled sunken city described by Plato. Whether it's an archaeological breakthrough or just a quirk of nature, Bimini Road remains one of the ocean's most intriguing enigmas. Number 1. Apollo rocket engines. The Apollo 11 mission made history in 1969, but most people forget about the parts that got it there. Specifically, the massive F-1 rocket engines, which fell into the Atlantic after launch. For decades, they lay forgotten at the bottom of the ocean, until Amazon founder Jeff Bezos decided to bring them back. In 2013, Bezos led an expedition to locate, recover, and restore the engines, using deep-sea robotics to lift the corroded remains from their watery grave. These powerful engines, once responsible for sending humans to the moon, were painstakingly cleaned, identified, and put on display at the Museum of Flight in Seattle. For Bezos, this was a personal mission, inspired by watching Apollo 11 as a child. For the rest of the world, it was a historic recovery, proving that even in the depths of the ocean, pieces of human ambition and achievement can still be reclaimed. If you've enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon.